All right, this is part two of if you are a white person raising a black child, either through adoption, fostering, or blended family. We're going to be talking about how to properly care for your black child's hair and skin. Okay? Let's be honest. If you're a white parent raising a black child, chances are you've been confused, overwhelmed, and even intimidated by their hair and skin care at times. Okay? And that's fine. But hair is different. Our hair is different from y'all's, okay? Black skin is different from white skin. But different doesn't mean difficult, okay? It just means you need to learn. So in today's episode, we breaking down the do's and don'ts of black hair, okay? The best products to use and how to properly care for your child's beautiful black skin. This is a judgment-free zone here, okay? But I'm also going to be real with you because how you handle this directly impacts your child's self-esteem. And I'm telling you now, in the black community, a woman's hair, the Bible says a woman's hair is her crown and glory. It doesn't, we're not referring, we don't care if the hair is short, long, fake, real, whatever. We in the black community, when we see our little black girls, we want their hair groomed. Some of you white people, you have them little black girls' hairs looking like a mess. And there's no excuse. Let's get into it. First, the basics of black hair care. Stop washing their hair every day. Black folk don't shampoo our hair every day. This is the biggest mistake that I see white parents make. Black hair is naturally drier than white hair because the shape of the strands make it harder for natural oils to travel down the shaft, all right? So washing too often strips those oils and leaves hair brittle and weak. Thus, that is why we grease our scalps. We grease our hair, right? So what's your best practice? First of all, you're going to have to I don't suggest you do it, but if you have to do it, I suggest you go to a beautician. But if you have to, you wash your child's hair once a week or every 2 weeks, depending on their hair type. But again, I suggest you go to a cosmetologist and get that child's hair done professionally or a braider or whatever. Number 2, use sulfate-free shampoo to avoid drying the scalp out even more. And number 3, always follow up with a moisturizing conditioner. Moisture is everything, okay? Dry hair leads to breakage. Black hair needs moisture, okay? And I'm not talking about just water. I'm talking about leave-in conditioners, oils, and creams. They are essential for our hair. So what's your best practice? After washing, always use a leave-in conditioner to keep the hair hydrated. Use a light oil like coconut oil to seal in moistures or shea, whatever. Avoid heavy grease or petroleum-based products because what they're going to do, they're going to clog up this scalp, okay? I love any Jamaican black castor oil. But you got to make sure you're getting the real deal. There's a lot of fake ones out here. That's why, again, I suggest you go to a cosmetologist, a black stylist, and do that child's hair, or at least get some insight from them of the products, because I am not a cosmetologist. All right. Also, I want you to learn about protective styles. If you're constantly brushing or combing your black child's hair, you're probably damaging it. Black hair thrives in protective styles. That reduces our breakage and it encourages our growth. That's why things like braids and twists and buns, those are protective styles. If your child wears braids or twists, don't leave them in for more than 4 to 6 weeks without taking them out and redoing them. Some of y'all, your little black daughters are walking around with inches of new growth. That's not cute. I know you are well-intentioned white folk, but your ignorance is affecting your child. No excuse to be ignorant to black hair. None whatsoever. Secondly, avoid tight hairstyles that pull at the scalp, which can cause hair loss. I see some of y'all on TikTok, you're pulling and brushing and you're putting a tight bows and my God, come on now. Some of y'all really feel like you think this black child of yours is a doll. No, this is a real human being. This is gonna be a real black woman one day or a real black man one day who's gonna do a real black issues. Next, if you're not confident in styling the hair, like I told you, take them to a black hairstylist, please. Fourth suggestion, never brush black hair when it's dry. Brushing dry black hair leads to breakage. Instead, use a wide tooth comb and always detangle with conditioner and water. Work in sections from the ends to avoid damage. You understand? A lot of times you split the hair into 4 sections. Use a wide tooth comb or detangling brush. Detangle when hair is wet and has conditioner on it, and be gentle. Black hair is fragile. And if you ever heard some kids, we use the phrase tender-headed. Some young people are tender-headed. Next, satin bonnets and pillowcases are a must. Cotton pillowcases suck the moisture out of black hair, causing frizz and breakage. That's why black people sleep with either satin bonnets or we use satin pillowcases. I prefer satin pillowcase because I don't like nothing restricted on my head. It's enough I got, my weave in. All right, next, get a satin bonnet or pillowcase for your child when they're sleeping. And then again, this is more centered towards girls, you understand? But when I talk about the bonnets. But as far as same with the black boys and their hair. If you don't like bonnets, use a satin scarf to wrap that hair tight at night. And let's go now to the skincare. And again, for you white fathers, or you have black sons, do not let us see your black son with the little BB, we call them BB shots of hair. Is nappy and you have not brushed that child's hair. You take that child to a black barber and you let that brother line that young boy up and you let that young black boy look presentable. Because I'm telling you, it is going to be hard out there in this world for a black male anyway. And the last thing we need is for him to be mistreated or misunderstood or misjudged based on his hair not being groomed. I love it when I see a clean-cut young black man or young black king growing up. You all got to do better. Take that little black boy and some of you mothers, you think you can do it yourself, take him to a black barber and just see how well that child's hair look. Don't neglect our black children. Yes, we think if you wanted to adopt a black child and your motive was right, don't do wrong by them children. All right, the next is Black Skincare 101. Why black skincare needs different care. First, black skin is more prone to dryness, hyperpigmentation, and scarring. But here's the good news. It's also naturally strong, rich in melanin, and incredibly beautiful when properly cared for. Many white parents assume that black skin doesn't need special care, but that's not true. A lot of times some think that you don't need sunscreen. Not true, okay? Ashy skin. I know have y'all ever heard of this? Black folk get ashy. Like, look can y'all see that right there? Ash, I'm dry. Ashy skin isn't just a joke. It's real because black skin tends to be drier. So you must moisturize it daily, and no lotions. No lotion alone will cut it. You need thick, rich oils. Okay, so I like a lot of oils. I like either a shea butter or cocoa butter, coconut oil, or anything like that. But you got to look at the elbows, in between the fingers, the knees, the legs. Hey, because we be getting ashy. Yes, and black people need sunscreen like I told you before. We need it, okay? Next, gentle cleansing is key. Harsh soaps strip black skin of our natural oils. So stick to gentle hydrating cleansers that won't dry out the skin. Use cream-based cleaners. Avoid products with a lot of harsh sulfates and alcohol in it. And then lastly, y'all, your black child's hair and skin are beautiful, but they need the right care to be healthy, right? And if you commit to learning and practicing and asking for help when needed, your child will grow up knowing that their features are something to be proud of. So, thank you all so much. In the next episode, we're going to be talking about how to prepare your black child for racism. Okay, I told you I'm doing a 6-part series on specifically just for you white parents who are raising black children, either through adoption, fostering, blended family, what have you. This is for you. So, continue to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you know whenever I upload a new video. And I hope that you appreciate, when I talk and when I teach, I like to be open and honest with you. Things from the heart, touch the heart. I'm not up here to feed you a whole lot of fluff. So it may sound harsh, but it's coming from a place of love. Because I've seen a lot of well-intentioned white folk adopt black children and not instill in those black children that they should have some black pride in not only who they are, but in their appearance, okay? So, until tomorrow or next video, see you then. Bye. I don't know why I did that.